awesome is that? That was from Lion King, Alton Fitzgerald White, Broadway's record-breaking Lion King. You played King Mufasa 4,308 performances. Please, is that right?
You.
And you mind if I plug? Author of My Pride, Mastering Life's Daily Performance. How you doing?
I am fantastic. It's good to see you again, man.
Great to see you. We were in Lincoln Center, our WNET studio last time.
A couple of years ago.
We were just talking about this. You grew up in Cincinnati. Mm-hmm. Did you ever say, hey, I'm going to be in The Lion King, and I'm going to be in King Mufasa for 13 years?
First of all, there was no Lion King.
There's something as amazing as.
No, I never dreamt that I would ever live in New York or move to be on Broadway or be a performer, really. I was a very shy kid, and I loved performing by myself. I would do these little concerts by myself in my closet, the storage area, in complete silence. And because I was so shy and so afraid, I thought there's no way I will ever find the courage to share this with the world. So I'm living a life beyond my wildest dreams in this very moment.
This book, the message is?
The message is, the overall message is it's not only about where you come from, it's about where you want to get to, and that we are our own greatest resource. The original title of my book was going to be My Journey from the projects. I grew up in public housing to the Pride Lands, my sixth, with Lion King being my sixth Broadway show. And I'm blessed that I had parents who told me to not let myself be defined by my environment, that anything was possible. And I think I'm a living witness that, all of our dreams are already inside of us, and the ability to make those dreams come true lives inside of us as well.
So as a kid in Cincinnati, into the arts, you're into it?
No, I was not. I was a very academic kid. I was very shy. I was like the teacher's pet.
Were you
a very
bullied?
obedient kid. I was bullied terribly.
Really?
Oh, absolutely.
Because?
Yeah. Well, because
of what you just said?
That's part of it. I was very sensitive, and I didn't have the words to communicate that I was like a budding artist then. I was a smart kid. I was raised by television. When I was a kid, variety shows were still on TV. And by watching and listening to some of my favorite performers on TV, I learned to speak well. And those things were not terribly cool in the projects, but teachers loved it. So I loved school. I loved the order of school.
Where'd the arts come in?
The arts came in through my fantasies. I found the courage to join the church choir only because I didn't have to audition. I was forced to sing a solo. And then and it took me a long time to build up to that day when it happened. And friends of mine at church came up to me, so happy, talking about the quality of my voice and what a gift I had. And I didn't know what they were talking about because singing had been my secret. And after, being forced to do it a couple more times, I was like, wow, I've been given a gift. And we're all gifted, but I've been given this particular gift. And if I could just learn to get out of the way of it and let it flow through, and it's something I love to do. I love the sensation of singing. Man, what kind of life could I have? So that became my number one objective, like getting out of the way of it. And letting
How does
it
New
flow.
York come in?
New York, I was living in Chicago, doing theater there, and I auditioned for the original company of Miss Saigon, and moved here with the show. And after the first year, I was bumped up to one of the lead roles of John in Miss Saigon. Wow.
By the way, the other Broadway shows include? Smoky Joe's
Cafe. Who's Tommy?
Color Purple?
The Color Purple, thank you, Mr. in the Color Purple.
Ragtime.
Right, Cole House and
That's
Ragtime.
right,
You
see,
better
I
know
have.
that you know, yes. So 6 incredible Broadway shows.
And what year does the Lion King, what year does it happen?
It's opened, they just celebrated their 20th anniversary this past November.
What about for you?
For me, I opened the national tour in 2002 and went all the way through 2015.
To what degree did you know immediately, hey, this is special?
The show?
Yeah.
Oh, I knew the show was special the first time I saw it.
Because?
It was a phenomenon. It was like something you can't explain. It was like, I describe Lion King as an experience that you don't know you need it until you have the experience. Because many people go, oh, I don't really want to see it. I don't like musicals. And they see it and they go, oh my God, I can't imagine not having
That's
seen
exactly what
that.
I felt.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's just, you
When I
can't
was
really
like,
explain that. Yeah.
Let me ask you, the obvious question, which I'll ask anyway, over 4,300 performances, how did you keep it fresh?
As corny as it may sound, having gratitude at my foundation, because I remember times in between jobs when I was like, man, I have so much I want to share. I just wish there was somebody willing to buy what I have to sell.
Which is why you wrote the book.
Yes.
You want to share?
Yeah, I want to share.
Go ahead.
And wanting to share in that particular way. So even those times when I was tired, I would go, man, I get to do what I love to do. I get to do it regularly.
Did you have to remind yourself of that?
I didn't.
Really?
Only when I was really, when I would get overwhelmed, like when I'm doing the show and doing the workshop during the day and time is like really at a crunch, that's when I would have to go, okay, remember, gratitude. You don't have to be on Broadway right now. Remember those times you were walking in the Broadway in Times Square and wanting to be a part of this community and missing it.
Now you're in it.
Now you're in it.
It's funny, without getting too far afield here, Nathan Lane, when he was doing the producers, they asked him, I forget who asked him, how do you, every time, you got to do the 2 shows on Saturday, 2 shows on Wednesdays, right?
Or Sunday, yeah.
Right.
It's always 8 shows a week, no matter what.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And he said, you know what, for me, for him, it was remembering that someone was coming to see the producers for that one time and save their money, whatever it was. And he's like, I got to bring it.
For me, it's that. Yeah. And it's also like playing Mufasa, being a black male actor, having the opportunity to play this iconic father, and knowing that, lots of people are going to be having their first experience. Lots of children are going to be having their first experience with the show. Lots of young black men, young black boys are going to see me as a king and go, wow, I can be a king too. That's another reason why I wrote my book. And I'm glad they put my picture on the cover, because it's like, it's all about being the king or queen in your own life. It starts with self-validation.
Especially important for young African-American boys and men, no?
Absolutely, yeah.
Personal for you?
Personal for me, yeah, because I was one of those kids who not a lot was expected of me growing up in the projects. I had an alcoholic father, and alcohol wreaked havoc in our family because you don't really know how to deal with that. It's a guessing game every day, every minute, and many people predicted that I would be just like him. So I had lots of projections thrown at me, and I had to, I think, through God's grace and resilience, I was able to kind of like not defend those projections, but not accept those projections. That's where my fantasy life came in. That's where TV shows and variety shows and escaping into TV and positive role models, not only black people, but anybody that I clung to on TV, helped me to kind of like form a different reality that somehow I felt was waiting for me. And at the time, it felt like going against the grain, because as a kid, you just want to belong, and I couldn't belong to most of the kids in my neighborhood, so I had to kind of like carve my own path.
Found your place.
Found my place,
and you make a difference. And you're making a difference every day. And for all of us who had the good fortune to see you, and I remember being there with my wife, it just unforgettable. So I want to say thank you for millions.
Pleasure, man. Thank you. Always a pleasure, dude.
All the best.
Yes,
See you
too.
again.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Alton.
You got it.
Be right back right after this.
What is your child's dream for the future? Doctor? Teacher? Architect? Whatever they aspire to be, a college education may realize those dreams. And NJ Best can help. It's the college savings plan specifically designed for New Jersey families. Start saving today with as little as $25, because now is the time to invest in their future. To learn about NJ Best 529 College Savings Plan, its investment objectives, risks, and costs, read the Investor Handbook available at njbest.com.
Also brought to you by New Jersey Resources and by NJIT, New Jersey Institute of Technology.